Hi friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is looking into what it is that you think your person is feeling versus how they are actually feeling. And the messages that came through today were super specific, so if there isn't a pile for you today, I completely understand. There may not be a message in this reading for you today. This reading does have an extension to it as well. So if that is something you're interested in, there is a link in the description box of this video to become a channel member. I also am opening up my Etsy shop this weekend briefly for personal readings. If that is something that you're interested in, that is also in the description box. But I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's, and I will see you in a minute. Hi pile 1, if you chose this card, the Communicator, then this is going to be your reading on what it is that you think your person is feeling versus how they are actually feeling. So these oracles are going to represent how you are currently thinking your person is feeling. We'll get tarot to look into how they are actually feeling, and we'll also pull more oracles to see what their hopes are for this connection, as well as get affirmations. There is going to be an extension to this reading today, so if you haven't joined as a channel member yet, please consider if this resonates with you. And in the extension, we are going to be looking at what the potential challenges are that this person is seeing for this connection, as well as what their next move is. And of course, we'll get more advice at the end. And I will put the link to subscribing as a channel member in the description box of this video, as well as pinned in the comment section. So to start, we have the Communicator. And the affirmation for this card is, I remember that my words can have multiple meanings. We also have Faith, number 61, centering in truth. We have Sparks of Light, and we have number 20, Overview. Okay, so how is it that you think this person is currently feeling? I feel very strongly like you feel as though this person has something to say to you. And this could be because the two of you have gone into no contact, the two of you may have separated, or it could be that this is a connection that's never actually come into fruition, like perhaps this is a crush. But it does feel as though you feel like this person is coming to terms with what their heart is telling them versus what it is that perhaps their ego is telling them. I also feel like you feel like this is something that they can't ignore. There's bits of inspiration throughout their day, or there's just a pull that they cannot explain that is causing them to feel very drawn to you and is causing them to acknowledge that they have certain fears about perhaps being rejected or about perhaps being viewed in a negative way if this was in fact a separation, where most especially if this person was the one who instigated it. It does feel like this person has some, at least from your perspective, this person has some hesitations when it comes to communicating because it is something that does feel very scary for them. But at the end of the day, it feels like you are under the impression that they are currently contemplating or weighing the pros and cons of speaking their truth, of coming forward and expressing what's on their mind. Whether or not that's asking for forgiveness, asking for a second chance, expressing for the first time ever that they have feelings for you. There's definitely a strong message here of them wanting to feel understood. Like you think that this person either feels misunderstood or feels as though the two of you were in a misunderstanding, and this could easily be fixed if the two of you were to start a dialogue and hear each other truthfully, rather than perhaps what both of you want to hear or what your egos are telling you. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you feeling as though this person is really playing things out in their head, perhaps replaying things in their head, but really coming to terms with things and is trying to find a solution. So if that resonates for you, let's go ahead and look into how this person actually feels. Okay, how does pile one's person actually feel about pile one? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 3 of Swords. Okay, the Hermit, which came out reversed. We have the 7 of Wands. And let's go ahead and get one more. Okay, and then these two came out together. So we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Okay, why is the 8 of Cups here, Spirit? Please clarify the 8 of Cups. So we have the 9 of Swords. Why is the 3 of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the 3 of Swords here? How is this person actually feeling? Why is the 3 of Swords here? We have the World. Why is the Hermit reversed? We have the Lovers. And why is the 7 of Wands here? Why is the 7 of Wands here? We have the 9 of Wands. Okay, and then on the back of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so how does this person actually feel about you, pile one? I think that what I picked up on from the oracles was that you feel as though this person has is acknowledging that there's some fear around what it is that they need to do in order to live authentically and truthfully for themselves, as well as within this connection. And I would say that that's true, but I think it might be more amplified than perhaps this person has let on, or more amplified than perhaps you had realized. I think that if this is a no contact situation, this person is very, very concerned that it may very well be too late. But I also think that, like, if this is a crush, or if this is somebody that perhaps you had a romantic type of connection with that never went to the next level, it does feel as though they're recognizing that they may have missed their chance. I see a lot of overthinking here. Like, the 9 of Swords obviously represents overthinking, anxiety, fear, pain. And the 3 of Swords represents typically heartbreak. But with this particular card in this deck, the image is of what looks like a labyrinth of all these different stairs, and it just seems confusing. Like, I think that this person, especially with the World clarifying this, I feel like this person doesn't know what to think of whether or not this connection is actually over. Like, I think that there's a lot of confusion on how to get back to a better place, a lot of confusion as to whether or not this cycle has actually come to a close, a lot of confusion as to whether or not this heartbreak is because it's a permanent ending or whether or not this is like just a break. There's definitely a lot of hurt here, and concern. I almost get the feeling with this Hermit being reversed as though this person feels like perhaps they learned the lesson a little bit too late. Like, especially if this was either way, really, like no matter what kind of connection this is, it feels like whatever lessons this person needed to learn prior to this connection or after this connection, it feels to them like they've realized these things too late. And I almost feel like they feel as though it's their fault for not realizing these things sooner so that the two of you could be together. But there is a lot of attraction here. Like, if you're wondering if this is your crush, for instance, if you're wondering whether or not this person has feelings for you, the answer is that yes, they do. And not only that, but like, they don't want to stay in this Hermit energy. They want to be in an energy of being with you, being with another person. I also think it's kind of interesting how in this particular card, the Hermit has all of these candles. And same with the it's like very similar imagery to the Nine of Wands. And it gives me the feeling of not wanting to give up. Not wanting to throw in the towel. Especially with the Seven of Wands here, which is definitely an action-oriented card. It's a card of fighting, of going after what it is that you want, of like, there's like a ferociousness to it almost, is kind of the energy that I'm picking up on. And I feel like this person does not, it feels like they've had a realization that they want to fight for this connection. And they'd like a fresh start or an opportunity that they've never had. And it's one that seems to be something that they would like to have long term, something stable. There's a lot of either remorse or even pining. And I feel like this person is kind of still almost in planning mode of what to do next. Like, I feel like if this is a no contact situation, this person may have reached out or started, like, even perhaps like viewing your stories, like doing like small subtle types of communication. It feels like this person is coming up with ways to dip their toes in the water, to see what it is to see how safe they feel, is kind of what I'm sensing. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab some oracles and see what comes through for what this person is hoping for. What is this person hoping for? Okay, so we have anger. What are they hoping for in this connection? Okay, so these two cards I saw, we have abundance and peace. Let's get two more. What is it that this person is hoping for in this connection, for this connection? We have reflection and illumination. I feel like they are hoping, especially if this person made a huge mistake or made a slip in their judgment. With anger here, I get the feeling that they are really hoping for the opportunity to, they're really hoping that you aren't harboring that anger, that if they were to reach out, that they wouldn't be greeted with anger. Abundance is giving me the same energy as this Ten of Pentacles. Like, I think this person, and reflection, quite honestly, is giving me the same energy as the overview card, which came out in the beginning of this reading, where I feel like this person is hoping that with time, there will be another opportunity for a fresh start, an opportunity to clear the slate in some sort of way. I even see aspects of this Ten of Pentacles in this Illumination card with this arc right here. It feels like they are hoping for maybe even a realization on your end of building of wanting to build a foundation, or seeing the benefit of building a foundation with this person, or rebuilding a foundation from the ground up that perhaps was destroyed in the past. But that's what I'm seeing for this reading today, pile one. Let's go ahead and get some affirmations, see what comes through before we go into the extended. What affirmations are there for pile one when it comes to their connection with their person? What do they need to hear? It's safe to slow down, relax, and let go. So I feel like for some of you, this may be a connection that you also feel as though might be over, or might not have the opportunity that it deserves. And I feel like this card might be indicating a need to put a little bit more trust in the process, and allow things to unfold in their own due time rather than force something. But obviously take it how it resonates for you. We have, my kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Okay. And then we have, let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. So we have two cards kind of indicating like a need to be inactive, or a need to take a step back. We have this, it's safe to slow down, and then we have this let me be still card. So I think that there's definitely a calling to either give this person the opportunity to show you how much they value this connection, and see the truth of what comes out without you forcing something or trying to navigate this connection in a certain way. That's something that's coming through. And I think with this, my kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world, I think that there is definitely a really beautiful and sweet reminder here that you have so much to offer, and it cannot be doled by another person. It cannot be taken away. It's your right to these beautiful gifts to share with the world. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile one. Thank you so much for watching, and if I don't see you in the extended, I hope that I have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile two, if you chose this Lovers card, this is going to be your reading on what you think your person is feeling versus how they are actually feeling. And we are going to be looking into how it is that you think they feel, how it is that they're actually feeling, what it is that they are hoping for in this connection, as well as getting affirmations at the end. There is an extended video for this reading today, so if you are interested in that, please feel free to join in the channel membership. If you're on a computer, you should be able to see a join button underneath the video, kind of where the subscription button is. I also will have the link posted in my description box as well as in the comment section if you are using your mobile device. But let's go ahead and get started. So when it comes to how you are thinking your person is feeling, we have the Lovers. The affirmation on this card is, I attract love, abundance, success, happiness, and fulfillment. We also have number 39, temporary obstacles. We have 10, and we have complacency. Okay, so I get the feeling that you feel as though this person absolutely cares about you. With the Lovers card here, there's definitely not a lot of doubt when it comes to whether or not this person's feelings are genuine. But I do kind of get the feeling that perhaps you are concerned that perhaps they're not being genuine with themselves when it comes to things that go beyond how they're feeling. And what I'm kind of picking up on is that you may be feeling concerned that this person may have taken on your hopes and dreams or desires or goals as their own. And I think that this is being done, or at least from your perspective, is being done out of love, out of admiration, or a desire to be close. But it also feels as though you're kind of concerned about whether or not they feel as though it's sustainable or feasible or authentic to them. Like, it could be that this person, like, I just kind of get the feeling that you feel as though this person holds you in such high regard or cares for you so much that perhaps they are putting your needs, your feelings, or your hopes, desires, and goals above their own, and they're kind of putting themselves second or last, and are holding back on the things that they want, or on the things that they enjoy, or on being authentic and true just in their day-to-day life, simply because they value the connection that they have with you. But at the end of the day, it kind of feels like you may be concerned that this person may have taken on more than they can handle. Whether that is they've taken on more than they can handle when it comes to commitments or promises that they've made in this connection, or whether or not that's taken on more than they can handle in terms of working towards certain goals with you. I do get the feeling that you feel as though this person feels overwhelmed and perhaps not being entirely true to themselves. Like maybe there's a sacrifice or something going on here that your person is taking. I don't feel like for the majority of you, this is something that you feel is like a very permanent type of situation. With temporary obstacles here, it feels like you feel as though this is a bump in the road, and it's something that this person feels they can navigate or fix in order to continue moving forward. I don't feel like there's a lot of concern here of these feelings being feelings that are going to cause this person to remove themselves from this connection. So that's what I'm seeing. There's definitely like a lot of care here, but I think also another thing that's kind of coming through with the Lovers is that while there is a great deal of like attraction, love, intimacy here that you feel as though this person is feeling, I think for some of you, you may be concerned about whether or not this person is actually showing you who they truly are, or whether or not they are showing you who they think you want them to be because they like you so much. So there definitely is like a questioning here of whether or not this person is being true to themselves. But if that resonates, let's go ahead and look into how they're actually feeling. I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot for that. I have an oracle deck set to the side currently for when we look into what their hopes are, what they're hoping. Okay. How is Pile 2's person actually feeling? How is Pile 2's person actually feeling? How are they actually feeling in this connection? Okay. So we have the King of Swords, Justice. We have the Fool, the Four of Swords. How is this person actually feeling? And we have the Five of Wands. Okay, please clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? We have the Three of Swords. Why is Justice here? Please clarify Justice, Spirit. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Fool. Why is the Fool here? We have Death. And the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. And why is the Five of Wands here? We have the King of Wands. And on the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so how is this person actually feeling? Give me just a moment to process what I'm seeing here. I think that when it comes to, like, I think one thing I said at the beginning of this reading was that you may be concerned that this person has taken on your dreams or taken on the path that you have chosen in a way that may not remain feasible, or has even taken on too much just within their own life and it's not becoming feasible or sustainable. And I see that lack of sustainability here in the Fool and in Death. It feels like this person is going through a burnout of some kind, or has hit a wall, has reached the conclusion that the rate in which they are going, whether or not that's with the amount of goals that they have decided to take on, or the amount of emotions or commitments that they've decided to make, it seems like it's not sustainable and they've reached some sort of dead end. In a sense of, like, I don't know if dead end is the appropriate word here. It feels like they recognize that something needs to change. And something needs to change in order for their expansion to continue. And right now it feels like they're constricted in some sort of way. And I feel like it comes from them not having necessarily thought things through all the way. And there are times when that is beneficial. The Fool is definitely a card of bravery, of not looking down. But I feel as though with that Lover's card that showed up in the beginning, that this may very well be a realization on this person's end that perhaps if they had just taken a moment to take a breath or to think things through, they may have not taken on so much, or they may not have made the decisions that they did. because I feel like this person probably feels as though this connection is expanding, but I think that individually, like on an individual personal level, I feel like this person's transformation or expansion has been kind of halted. And I see it here too with the King of Swords and the Three of Swords. It feels like I get the feeling that how you feel your person is feeling is pretty spot on. Like, I feel like this person is recognizing that they may very well be making choices that are in alignment with you or with what their heart wants with you, but they've kind of put on the back burner what aligns with just their own soul's purpose. I feel like this person has kind of feels as though they've been neglecting themselves, or taking on a more logical type of approach or a more committed type of approach, in the sense of like, I said I was going to do this, and so I'm not going to let others down. But they're also kind of quieting this like driving force within them with the Five of Wands and the King of Wands here, of listening to what their soul, their heart is saying when it comes to themselves. And this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how they feel about you. I don't think that the choices that this person is making has to do with them feeling like being with you is something that's holding them back. I think that they have perhaps been a little bit too enthusiastic in certain instances, where they have really gone all in without really giving much regard to themselves as an individual or their own individual needs. And there's a recognition here, I would say, that things are out of balance. Things are out of balance, and because of this, I feel very much so like Justice and the Knight of Pentacles is very similar to the energy that was coming through with temporary obstacles, where there are concerns, or as temporary obstacles announces, it's an obstacle, but here it seems more so like an imbalance. Like this person feels as though there are imbalances happening in their life, and there's like almost like a checklist here of what needs to be done in order to bring that back into balance. Like I feel like this person is recognizing they feel overwhelmed, or they feel overworked, they feel like they've taken on too much, more than they can handle. But there's also there's no confusion here, or like an, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? There's a very clear path for this person in order to bring themselves back into alignment with themselves, or bring themselves back into balance. I would say that this person is definitely, especially if this is like a committed connection that the two of you are in, I would say that this level of commitment is still there. It hasn't diminished. The feelings that this person feels, the stability that this person feels, or the permanence that they feel when it comes to this connection is still very present. But it feels like other areas of their life have been neglected, and they're recognizing that. I feel like this person feels a desire to kind of come back home to themselves for a little while. They feel like they need a little bit of space, or a little bit of time to rest from perhaps solely focusing on the foundation of this connection. And I'm not saying that this has to do with demands that you've put in place for this person. From what I'm seeing, it feels like this person made these choices on their own and probably knew better even in the beginning. However, feelings and passions were so strong, I think for some of you, that this was kind of overlooked. But that's a very specific message. And at the end of the day, it just feels like this person, for whatever reason, feels out of balance in other aspects of their life and is recognizing that they need to kind of reconnect with themselves, reconnect with their own personal joys and passions. But it's not a realization that they need to walk away from this connection. Let's go ahead and see what this person is hoping. What is pile 2's person hoping for in this connection? So we have cleanse, we have ideation, we have sadness, and we have happiness. Okay, and then on the back of the deck we have pain. Again, we have this, like, I feel like these cards are kind of indicating to me a desire to bring things back into balance, like to level out the scales of sadness and happiness, to bring other areas of this person's life back into this, like, joyful area. I also feel like they would like to they're hoping for like a fresh start in some sort of sense with cleanse here and ideation. I feel like they're hoping for an opportunity to reevaluate with you in regards to certain aspects of your connection. I think that this person recognizes that things don't feel right in other areas, and they would very much like to focus on cleaning up those little messes, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get you an affirmation before we close this reading out. There is an extended video today. And we're going to be looking into what potential challenges this person foresees for this connection, as well as what their next move is. And we'll also get some relationship affirmators. What affirmation is there for pile 2? Okay, we have, I celebrate all the greatness in my life. And we have, my productivity stems from inspiration. When I focus on what brings me joy, my tasks become effortless actions. So both of these two cards to me are kind of indicating, especially if you have been feeling as though this person feels like they need to kind of regather their thoughts when it comes to what it is that they want in life. I feel like these cards are confirming that, like, the goals, the hopes, the dreams that you have for yourself are valid, and it wouldn't benefit the connection or you to kind of lose sight of the things that you are wanting, like to settle, just as much as it's not beneficial for this person to kind of ignore certain aspects of themselves either. So there's definitely a call here to find balance in that. But obviously take these as they resonate for you first and foremost. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If I don't see you in the extension, I hope that I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this seeker card, then this is going to be your reading on what it is that you think your person is feeling versus how they are actually feeling. And for this reading today, we're going to look into, first and foremost, what you think they're feeling. We'll look into how they're actually feeling with the tarot. We'll also pull oracles to see what it is that they are hoping for in this connection. And then we will obviously pull advice at the end. There is going to be an extended version of this reading today, so if you are interested in looking into that, we are going to be looking into the potential challenges that this person is concerned about when it comes to this connection, as well as what their next move is going to be. And we will get relationship and love affirmators for that reading as well. So if you're interested in that, there is a join button underneath the video if you are on a computer. I also have the link in my description box as well as pinned in the comments for those who are on the app. But let's go ahead and get right on into it. So when it comes to how you think your person is feeling, the first card we have is number 21, the Seeker. The affirmation is, I seek new friends and experiences to expand my awareness. Sorry about that. We also have number 5, Patience. We have Saturn. We also have number 14, the Manifester, and the affirmation is, I am manifesting what I see in my mind's eye. And we have Balance. Okay, so how do you think your person is feeling? I would say with the Saturn card here, most specifically, you feel as though your person feels supported, trusted, and also probably feels a great deal of trust and commitment on your end, like they can trust you as well. So there definitely is an element here of stability where you don't feel as though this person is necessarily doubting how you feel, nor are they doubting the stability of this connection. There could be some concerns for some of you about whether or not your person feels a little bit restricted, but I think for the vast majority of you, if this concern is coming up for you, for the vast majority of you, this restrictiveness would be more so restrictiveness in terms of them having to be patient, them having to wait. I think that there's definitely a concern here on your end of your person, while you feel as though they feel stable and comfortable in this connection, they may be feeling kind of like an itch to grow or an itch to expand this. And I get the feeling that you feel as though this person feels like you're holding this connection back from the next step. There's like a reluctance here with Balance. And if you look at the imagery in this card, we see 3 people with their arms crossed, and none of the expressions on these 3 people's faces looks open to a conversation or to feeling anything other than what it is that they're feeling in that moment. And there's definitely, I think, concern here that perhaps you are feeling like your person may want more from this connection than what you are willing to give in the current moment. And it could be for a variety of reasons, but this is like a concern that's kind of coming through where you feel as though this person has a vision for where they want this connection to go, a vision for what this connection could look like, and also curiosity about other aspects of this connection that perhaps have not been explored yet, that you feel as though you may be the one kind of stopping that from happening. So I think you may be feeling as though your person feels stagnant or feels as though they're playing a waiting game. But you don't feel as though your person feels like they're being manipulated or played. But that's what I'm seeing. So if that has resonated for you, let's go ahead and I definitely feel like you are feeling as though your person is more open to the future, or perhaps is ready to take things to the next level, and you may not be. Yeah. That's what I would say. But let's go ahead and look into tarot and see how it is that your person actually is feeling. Okay, how is pile 3's person actually feeling about pile 3 and their connection? How are they actually feeling, Spirit? Okay. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 10 of Pentacles. How are they actually feeling? And we have the Page of Pentacles and the Emperor. The Emperor is giving me Saturn energy. But let's keep going. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? We have the 7 of Wands. Why is the Chariot here? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands reversed. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? We have the Fool. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? We have the Knight of Cups. And why is the Emperor here? We have the Hanged Man. Very interesting. And then on the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. So I would say that if the first portion of this reading resonated with you and you feel as though that's how your person is feeling, I would say that you're fairly spot on. Although I will say that I don't feel as though this person is feeling all that patient. I would say, you know, with Saturn, when the card Saturn came out, there's definitely a level of like security and stability that comes with it, but there's also a very strong energy of restrictiveness, and with the Emperor being here, the Emperor is definitely a card of control, of needing to take control, of needing to take the reins, to take lead. But it's being clarified by the Hanged Man. It feels like this person feels like they cannot, for whatever reason, they can't they can't take control of this situation. They feel like they cannot take control of this situation as they would like. And we see it with the Chariot and the 8 of Wands as well. The Chariot is very fast-moving energy. It's definitely like, I feel like the Chariot and the Emperor, at least from how I feel currently, they go hand in hand together. It's a very like forward-moving energy and very intentional, very thought out, very much, and so is the Fool. This to me is like very courageous energy is what I would say, and calculated. But then we have the 8 of Wands, which upright it represents communication. It represents moving, like motion, traveling, and it also represents it as like one of the more broader type of interpretations as expansion. And it feels like this person wants to move things forward, has like all of these intentions for this connection, and they feel as though like they feel that restriction. They don't feel as though they can truly expand this the way they want. And they feel ready. There's not a doubt in this person's mind about what it is that they want. And what it is that they want is a future with you, a long-term, like they feel like in the beginning of the reading when we were talking about how this person, you feel as though this person feels stable, secure, committed to, and trusted. Those are all true things. This person feels very comfortable in this connection and sees a long-term future for this connection and wants to lay that foundation out. And for this person, there's not a doubt in their mind about it. They want to take things to the next level. And you can see it with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. We're going from a page to a knight. And not only is it a page to a knight, but it's pentacles to cups. This person feels ready for the next stage, for the next emotional stage, in whatever direction that is. But they don't feel like they have the power to move this forward. I get the feeling that they feel as though it's you who has doubt. Like, you may trust this person, but there are other things going on that are leaving you feeling confused about what to do. And while this person knows what it is that they want, I don't necessarily feel as though this person is willing to stay patient and inactive and quiet for much longer. The Seven of Pentacles is a card that indicates a need to decide whether or not waiting is going to produce an outcome, or whether or not waiting is an action taken in vain. And I get the feeling that this person is ready to try to challenge this idea of needing to take things as slowly as they're going. I think they want you to decide what it is that you want. I feel like this person feels a little bit like they're being dragged, or like they're in limbo, and they feel as though it's dependent on what you choose. But even so, like, I don't see anything here indicating resentment or indicating anything like that. I think it's more so like this person feels like their patience is running out, and they know that this connection could have so much more to it. Like, the future for this connection is something that could truly be beautiful and attainable at any given moment if the two of you were to go all in whatever way that means for you guys. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and pull some oracles, see what comes through when it comes to what this person is hoping for. What is pile 3's person hoping for in this connection? We have mystery, comfort, sadness, and caution. And then on the back of the deck we have peace. I think it's interesting. We have mystery coming out over the Seven of Pentacles, which has this ginormous question mark on it. I feel like this person wants answers. This person doesn't want to take things slowly anymore. With this caution card here and sadness, I get the feeling that they really want to take a leap of faith, and they want to alleviate this limbo that they're in. They want to, I feel like they see a happy ending with you, and they feel as though this cannot be achieved until the two of you make this decision together and both of you bring clarity for one another. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you guys an affirmation before we close this reading out. Let's see. What affirmation is there for pile 3 when it comes to their connection? I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. And we have all that I need is coming to me in ways I could never have imagined. So the thing that stands out for me for this particular card is this message of be open. Be open to what this person has to suggest or is wanting from this connection, is what direction they're wanting this connection to go, because it seems like this may very well be something that is truly in alignment with what it is that you've dreamt in more. Another thing that's kind of coming through, sorry about that. Another thing that's kind of coming through is this this card here has the same imagery to me as this comfort card. And it says, I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. And I think that this may be a message for some of you that this person may very well be in need of some of the comfort that you have within yourself that is a gift to others. Obviously, take these as they resonate for you first and foremost, but that is what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 3. If I don't see you in the extended reading today, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye!